I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, and I stay here for the night. I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. Your legs are standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Hello, everybody. How is it going? A very, very important stream today when it comes to the rivalry between myself and Steve, and of course the mini leagues as well. I'm getting closer to the top of some of the mini leagues. Not that I expect to have any advantage this week, because of course people have got their free hit Stevo, people have got their wild card, people have got other chips that they've got. I haven't got anymore. And you know, I'm spending points this week. You will not be surprised to hear. And I think the majority of people are spending points, Stevo. Judging by the Discord, by forums, and what I'm hearing out on the socials. Spending -4, spending -8. Is it, it's makes sense. Take advantage of those double game week. We've got people already in the chat saying, Carl, hello, Carl. I was going to say hello to everyone in the chat. We've got Cage Paps, Harry Dawson's there, Toenail, Crypto FPL.
Oh, a minute, Cage Paps is here live.
Yes,
Blimey.
Mike Reddy's here, Jason is here, Peter Scullion, Andre D. How you doing, John? How you doing, mate? Farouk's here. Falavina. Lloyd AJ's here. Triple Captain Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's saying. -8 club here. -8 for the win, says Andre D. John Harris. -8 too, says Cage Paps. -8 says Farouk. -8 for me also, says Max Roberts. Hello, Max. Clickers, how you doing, mate? -32. Triple Captain Salah, says Keelan, question mark. I mean, if you want to be bold and brave, you might as well. FPL Maestro, -8 here. Zain Hussein's in the house. How you doing, mate? How you doing? Hey, Rad. Hey, Regav. What's up? What's up? Hey, Mark. Wow. Okay, got some of the usual posse in the chat. We are on Discord for the next hour, answering questions, talking about the upcoming deadline, and yeah, Steve, are you excited?
Yes, because I can't wait to see what you've done.
What do you think I've done?
I think you've done the Salah and Darwin in for Kane and Kevin De Bruyne. I think you've done the simple move -4. Would that be? Yeah, I think you've done a -4. Darwin and Salah in for Kane and Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
Keep it simple, stupid, as they say.
Okay. I know I got a feeling you're going to be bringing Gakpo and Salah in.
Well, you've already kind of taken educated guesses, and
yeah. Maybe you're going to do a -12.
Well, I told you that I'd already been on a -4, and then I'm going to be definitely doing a -8, and I'm probably going to do up to a -12, possibly.
I think that's a definite. Yeah. Are you going to be bringing Saka in? Oh, come on, Steve.
I'm not saying anything.
The twinkle in his eyes. Chat. Saka captaincy for me, says John Harris. Wow, nice. Yeah. What 3 players will we all benched? I've got Trippier, Rashford, and Haaland on mine, says Harry Dawson. Haaland on your bench? Oh.
Yeah, but hold on a minute here. Someone, Sam of someone that I follow on Twitter, he put up a sarcastic tweet saying it's good to have a really good, strong bench. And he's got 3 Liverpool players on the bench, but they're all coming on for him.
Oh, really?
I think Harry could be doing a bit of not a troll, but a bit of taking the mickey there.
Right, okay. You're taking the mickey, are you? Klopp says rotation for the front 3, says Toenail. I think that I think you'll see Gakpo, Salah, Nunez start, Firmino and or Jota late in the second half, probably 70th minute onwards. You start to see them introduced. That's my gut feeling on that. Can I just say 1 second, Steve-O, before we kick off properly? Man United right now. Oh, I'm so happy to be a United fan. That match last night was just sublime against Barcelona. The penalty was super. Have you seen the highlights of that?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, so the penalty for Barcelona was super soft. So obviously I was watching Goldbridge at the time, and it was like proper. Everyone was up in arms, going, "How's that a penalty?" But we just played so well. First half we weren't so good. Second half, honestly, Varane, Martinez, best centre-back partnership in the Premier League right now. Hands down. Best centre-back partnership in the Premier League right now. And they just shut up shop. Casemiro, again, had a good game. Fred, second half was quality. Rashford was quiet. We still managed to get the result. Martinez, man, I just love that guy. The passion and like it's just the energy and drive, determination he's got. It's just, you don't get many like that. And Varane as well, just cool, like coolness personified. It really is. So yeah, still on for the quadruple. I just can't believe I cannot believe we are at the stage we're at right now. At the beginning of the season, I would never have believed you. And I think Erik ten Hag is proving himself to be up there with the top managers in the world right now. That he's doing wonders with that team, and every 3.5 days, I think on average, United are playing at the moment. So it's like the turnaround of these games are thick and fast, and Bruno Fernandes, I don't know how he's doing it. He's playing 90 minutes. Like every 3.5 days he's playing. It's like, I don't know. Must be getting straight into the ice bath that was cryogenically frozen or something. See what the guys in the chat say. Maybe next season we'll get back to the old United and Arsenal rivalry. I mean, if United can get like a world-class striker this summer, and another midfielder to kind of give options in midfield, I dare say United are going to be.
Weghorst isn't good enough.
Weghorst, from a he does have a lot of work. He works a lot for the team. Like he has the energy. He has a lot of energy, and he presses and he closes down. But once teams realise that's all he can really do, it's quite easy to kind of just nullify him. And I mean, I would love nothing more than for his career sake for him to start getting a few goals. But for someone that's 7 foot, he doesn't win that many headers, and he's not very fast. Peter Crouch is faster than him, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. The jury's out for me. I think that give him a bit more time to see if he can adapt under Ten Hag, and United aren't a team that are peppering the box full of crosses. So he has to be the hold-up player. He has to be the one that holds the ball up, and he's pretty average at that. He's not nowhere near as good as Martial at holding the ball up. So yeah, I mean, wait and see on him. I think he's not a Man United player. He's a squad. He's a squad player, really. Cage Pap saying Man United buy Tony. Tony would be interesting. But I don't know with what's hanging over him at the moment with the betting charges and stuff. I don't know. What a performance! You deserve to win both legs. Barcelona fan, says Farouk, and it was just a great game of football. From the neutral point of view, the football was brilliant. The new camp was a great game, and at Old Trafford last night was a good game for the neutral as well for United fans. It makes me feel like something really special is happening at United, and I think that a lot of rival fans are starting to sense it too, because we're starting to see a lot of like United hate on the Twitter sphere again. But I think with Ten Hag, you can't hate him. He's like Klopp. He's just one of those good managers. I think even like City and Liverpool fans would say, yeah, he's a bloody good manager. And they'd openly admit it, because you have to recognise when you recognise someone that's quality. Anyway, this isn't a Man United podcast. Moving on. Kane to United. Okay, Tony O'Neill. Right, hello, John Hayes. How you doing? Right, we're literally less than an hour, 45 minutes away from the deadline. So we are looking forward to getting some people on Discord. If you want to come on Discord, come into the waiting room. Myself and Steve are on air, ready to take your calls. We will be revealing our teams to each other when, Steve? We're going to do it like sort of literally on the minute before, on the deadline itself, probably on the deadline itself, right?
Yes.
Make sure you got a screenshot of your team. Make sure you got. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Make sure you got a screenshot.
I've got the screenshot. I've done it. I'll double check now.
You double check, because there'll be nothing worse than get to the actual. So yeah. Do you want to quickly check the chat? Read out some of the chat.
Well, certainly, I will say that we implore people to come live on air, Discord, come talk to us. Animations, Mike,
yes,
Warfare, to name 3 that came on with you. Come on, we don't. Well, I don't bite.
Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't want to give away what they've done, Steve. Maybe everyone's kind of feeling a bit. Martinelli or Gakpo, says Eddie. That's
question. Gakpo. I know you're not a fan, but for me,
Liverpool aren't nowhere near as good as a team as Arsenal. It's the minutes for Gakpo could be 13 minutes. Jota, and I mean Martinelli's cheaper. It's threatened minutes from Trossard, but Arsenal are the better team, and you would like to think that over the course of the games, I mean, I don't know what. I think they're pretty even, to be honest. I honestly do. I think the money you spend on Gakpo, is it worth? Is it how much is Gakpo now? Is he 8 million?
7.7.
So it's a 1.5 million more than Martinelli.
Yeah, interestingly enough, there's not been many price rises this week.
No, there's not.
Despite the amount of transfers, is there a conspiracy here, Jace?
Maybe. Martinelli, yeah, he has been pretty quiet, perhaps. I mean, that's the only thing about Martinelli. He's been pretty quiet. I don't know. I think if toss a coin on that for me, but Steve says Gakpo, so go with Gakpo. For me, it's 50-50.
But I think they've both.
You're not worried about Firmino and Jota starting playing?
They won't start.
You should. Well, the second game
come out and said that look, that they're not match fit. They need to be essentially worked into the team, and I think that at the end of the day, the front three, Darwin and Salah and Gakpo, are going to be starting both games. It's just a case of how long each one stays on the pitch. Specifically, Darwin and Gakpo. You don't spend X amount of millions of pounds, tens of millions of pounds on Gakpo, and he's brand new to the team. One of the best assisters and goal scorers in the whatever league he came from, and then just bench him. He seems to have just started to slowly mix and mould into this Liverpool team, and I think that it's worth taking a punt. Whereas Martinelli, he's done fuck all for the past 6 game weeks, got some fluky goal last week, and he's getting dropped. He's getting substituted 60 minutes. I say grow a pair of fucking bollocks and get Gakpo in.
Well, I don't think Gakpo is the brave choice. I think the majority of people who transfer. If you look at even the Fantasy Football Scout website's got him in their dream team, and they're.
Yeah, I get that. But
it's like he's the like. If you look at transfers in, I'm pretty sure Gakpo is leading. Let's quickly have a look. Martinelli by
Salah and then Gakpo.
No, yeah, Gakpo's miles ahead, I think, of Gakpo in terms of transfers in. Yeah. Sorry, no, sorry. Gakpo is miles ahead of Martinelli in terms of transfers in. Here we go. No one's bringing Martinelli in.
No.
Martinelli 75,000 transfers in. Gakpo 582,000. So over 510,000. More managers are bringing Gakpo in. Martinelli could be that differential in that case. Again, if you want to be safe, get Gakpo in. I can tell you now that Steve-O's brought him in. I know that much.
Martinelli?
No, Gakpo, 100%. Tell you can read him like a book. I'd beat him at poker any day, chap. Hello, Dally Paul. How you doing, mate? Yeah, Harry Kane could punish Salah's this week, definitely.
Willie Eckers like. Waste of space.
No Weak Foot says I'm bricking it this week. Why?
Another one doing well in the leagues.
Mike Reddy says the way that they played against Madrid, I think Jota and Firmino pressing from the front might be an option to keep them tighter. I'd go Nunez, but I wouldn't go back Gakpo. Yeah, Gakpo for me is a funny one. It's still, for me, not gelled into that Liverpool team, and a Liverpool team that's underperforming, as we all know. I don't know if I would want to spread money into Gakpo.
He looked pretty decent against Newcastle. I don't know how he performed at Real Madrid. All I know is that he got the same rating as Darwin in it, which was quite impressive from WhoScored.com. I can only go off that.
Oh yeah, AP blanks for you, Steve.
I haven't even got him in, so.
Oh, yeah. I bought in 3 Liverpool this week. Salah, Trent and Gakpo, as Darwin wastes chances all the time, says John Hayes. Yeah, Darwin does waste chances all the time. But Klopp likes him. They're playing Palace and Wolves, though, not Real Madrid, so I think we have to take the performances with a pinch of salt. Yeah, I mean, it's
Well, he's just quoting what I said on the members video there, Cage Paps. That's copyright from...
Talk about copyright. We've got another strike. And a little notification earlier on.
For what?
From last season's video. We must have done something last season.
I know that YouTube's clamping down on lots of stuff.
One of our last season's video that is no longer relevant. The That's what we don't monetize our streams at all anymore. Like none of these streams are monetized because we're just worried that someone's gonna take us down.
And well, going on Gage Paps, they're playing Palace and Wolves. Pretty good opposition. Crystal Palace are no mugs away from at home, and Wolves don't exactly concede that many goals. I'm just fascinated by what people are actually doing. I mean,
tempted to play a chip this weekend, Steve-O?
No.
Bench boost
for the bigger. Well, I haven't got any players for the bench boost.
No,
so.
true. Yeah. Triple captain, maybe?
No, not good enough.
Is there going to be a better time to triple captain?
I think I always like using the triple captain on last day of the season.
Yeah, a bit of fun at the end of the season.
Yes. Last couple has been pretty good. So
not interested in free hitting. I know you still get your free hit.
No, I said I've done a hit.
Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I know that. Any polls, lads? Hits taken, captaincy, etc. All right, karma, baby. All right.
So you want polls and thingies, but people don't want to come live on air. Come live on air. Talk to us, karma, baby. Talk to us, the host. Tell us what you've done. You're doing exceptionally well this year. Exceptionally well.
All right, and okay, -4. All right, -4. -8. Add option. -12. None. Here we go. Poll for 10 minutes. We'll do a 10-minute poll right now. What hit have you done, if any? -4, -8, or -12, or none? Here we go. Let's see what the community is saying in the chat as we continue reading the chat, really, because no one's come into the waiting room because you're all chickens. Okay. With Palace, you don't know how they'll play. Either Liverpool smash them or they'll smash Liverpool. Only 7 teams have conceded more goals than Wolves and Palace. That, as far as the Prem goes, they are not the best defence. You at least expect Liverpool to score.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not here. I'm not here going to say that you would have watched the members video.
Okay, optimal. A question for you. Optimal 3 Liverpool players. Go, Steve-O. The best 3 you can get right now.
Trent, Salah, and well, it's
he's
a toss-up
going to
between
say Darwin, isn't he?
Probably Darwin.
Trent, Salah, and Darwin. You know what? I'm gonna change the bet. I'm gonna one different player. For me, it's Robbo, Trent, and Salah.
Even though there's a very high chance that Robertson could be benched because of Simicast.
YOLO. Honestly, I'd be on Discord every couple of weeks, but I live in a pokey apartment with the little girl who's just gone to bed. That's fine, man. Well, I've brought in Salah, says Harry Dawson. Tarkowski and Watkins. Went Watkins over Darwin for the next 2 game weeks, as Darwin probably won't start both. So Harry doesn't think that Harry Dawson doesn't think Darwin starts both games.
I think he does. I think I was more surprised that Darwin started against what's the face, Real Madrid. I thought he was injured.
Oh, Max is in the Max is in the waiting room. We finally got someone coming on, Steve-O. Max, thank you for coming on and allowing us to talk to someone. Max, are you there?
Hello, Max. Hello.
Oh, he must have
Remember,
issues.
we've got a big game tonight. Fulham at home to Wolves. 0-0.
Oh, will Bueno start? Will Kilman start?
Yes, Kilman's starting, but Bueno is 50-50.
Yeah.
Probably, well, I say 50-50. I would say it's probably a higher chance of him starting than 8 Nuri, but...
Hello, Max.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can loud and clear, Max.
It does this every single time. Every time I come on, I'm in the waiting room and it won't let me connect and then jump back out and it's back on. So,
well, welcome, Max. Thank you for being here.
No worries. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm relaxed, man. Relaxed. Are you excited for this weekend?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It was a good week of football, European-wise, which was nice to watch. Like I say, the Man United game was good, and Real Madrid, Liverpool, etc.
Do you think, like I said earlier on, I think United are now going to be a real force to be reckoned with going forward, or do you think that maybe speaking that getting ahead of ourselves? Because I watch United now and I feel like I'm back in like the early 2000s, and I'm like, I feel so confident. It's like Ferdinand and Vidic, but again at the back, I'm thinking I just don't see them conceding or that many goals at all with Martinez and Varane. I'm so confident with that triangle of Varane, Martinez, and Casemiro now that I think we can give anyone a good game and beat anyone. I literally have gone from being pessimist to the optimist right now. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely think as a Man United fan, you should be optimistic, and I think teams and fans that obviously don't support United but are around the top six should be worried about United making a push. Maybe not this season necessarily, but I just think there are a couple of players short. I think, like you were saying earlier about the striker, if they can bring in a world-class striker, that may make the difference, because Rashford is on fire at the minute.
Yeah.
And if his form dips, which it hasn't in the past 10, 11 games, but it probably will at some point, are they going to have enough to carry on if his form does dip? Like, you've got the likes of Sancho and Anthony, etc. They're really going to have to start pulling their weight and contributing to goals, and not leave all the pressure on Rashford. Okay,
so Man United aside, are you set up for this game week? Have you got any last minute moves to do? Are you all done and dusted now?
No, I did mine yesterday, which is always a mistake, really. But I did mine as soon as the Liverpool game finished, that was Wednesday night, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, so as soon as the Liverpool game finished, I did my transfers.
Did the outcome of the Liverpool game have any impact on your decision making of who you're transferring in?
Not really. I think my thoughts were already set. It was a little bit concerning to see Firmino and Jota come off the bench, but it doesn't really change my thought process. I think the front three start this week again.
Okay, cool. Have
and
you posted your team into the team screenshots?
Yeah, it's in team screenshots.
All right, 1 second, let me get it up on the screen. Okay, so just want to say, poll is running right now. What hit have you taken, if any? We've got 37 votes right now. We've got a few more minutes left on the poll. Currently, the most popular amount is -4, with 32% of the community saying they've taken a -4, 27% of the community saying a -8, 11% -12. And 31% saying they haven't taken a hit at all. So, there we go. So we'll let that keep running for a few more minutes. Let's quickly get Max's team up on the screen. I
wonder if the people that haven't taken a hit have used the chip. Is that an option in the poll?
Wow. I can't. There's not so many options you can have.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah. I just wondered, it seems like a lot of people haven't taken a hit. I just wondered if they would be using chips. And obviously voted no hits.
Well, some people may have had 2 free transfers. Some people may be using their free hit. Or what, you never know. But you look at your team, you've got Edison in goal away at Bournemouth. You'd like to think he could do something there. Semedo, Coleman, Bueno.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's
budget, as budget can be.
Well, it's one of these things where I didn't want to go into start taking the -12 territory, so I've just opted to play with Bueno, who's been on my bench.
What have you done? -4?
So I've taken a -8.
-8.
I've done 4 transfers. I rolled one. Yeah, I rolled one last week. So first, Semedo and Bueno in for Shaw and Trippier.
Right.
And Rashford and Fernandes out for Gakpo and Salah.
Right, so you're on the Gakpo wagon then.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred Nunes, but I didn't have the funds to make that transfer without going to possibly a -16.
I just want to say, to answer the question, Martinez to Odegaard for a -4, no. Not for me.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the team, you've got a lot of coverage over the double game week. You got your 3 Arsenal. You've got coverage with Wolves and Everton. Also, you've got Gakpo and Salah in, 2 attacking, threatening players for Liverpool. Liverpool defensively have been pretty rubbish, so I don't think you're missing out too much there from a defensive point of view.
Again, there was a debate for Trent. However, it was too difficult to move the money around without taking ridiculous hits.
Yeah. Definitely going to captain Salah?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have another option in my team, and if it is, Saka's another one. And I was helping my friend do their free hit today as well, and they were saying about going Saka captain. It just concerns me that if Salah bangs, does he outscore Saka? And how much does he outscore him by?
What has Salah shown? Because when listening to Jace's stream with Mike the other day, the Arsenal fan, and they were talking about Saka and Salah, you were banging on about the fact that Salah just hasn't impressed you, whereas Saka is form.
Yeah, Saka for me passes the eye test over Salah, hands down. But is it the effective ownership that you're worried about?
Yeah, that's it, basically. I feel like most people are going to be captaining Salah this week versus Saka. And I think, I'm not saying that Saka can't outscore Salah, he easily could. But I'm playing it safe at this point. I've managed to climb up the ranks a little bit more. I'm now at like 1.2 or something from 2.78. And I'm just thinking, if this Saka one goes wrong, then I could just be down 400,000 or 500,000 again. Because the obvious move this week is to bring in Salah. And I think a lot of the majority of the game will be doing that. And putting the captain on him. And like you always say, if you're going to bring in a player of that magnitude at that price, why aren't you captaining them?
Okay, well, I'm going to ask the question: who are you going to Are you going to captain this game week? Salah, Saka, Trent, or other? And see what the community say. Poll's going up now. The last poll finished. Do you want to have a guess, Stevo, without looking?
I've already looked.
Okay, -4.
I'm not on the stream anyway, so I can. What won? -4.
Yes, -4 won. 35% of the community saying they're taking a -4. 24% of the community saying -8. 13 only saying -12. 26% saying none. So the poll's active now, guys. Vote. Who is your captain for game week 25? Good team, yeah, good team.
Who's yours, Jason?
Have to wait another half an hour.
I haven't worked out yet who I should captain. I might just put it on
28 minutes.
I might
28 minutes.
I might just put it on Kevin De Bruyne, to be honest.
The player that you haven't got. Look at his face.
Stevo's convinced.
I am convinced, yeah.
Stevo, why are you so convinced?
Because it's the obvious move for someone in your position.
If you don't know me by now, you'll never really know me.
So what do you think Jason's done, Stevo?
I think he's just done the simple moves of KDB, Kane out for Darwin and Salah for a -4.
Right.
That's it. That's all Jason needs to do.
Linesh says, I've done a -16, guys. Kane, Rashford, Bissaka, Trippier, Ward, Darwin, Prudence, Trent, Coleman, and Pickford. Oh, interesting. Nice. -16. Nice.
Pickford's just signed a new deal, I noticed.
-16, bringing in Pickford. Ooh. And Coleman. Ooh. And Podence. But you know what? It could pay off. You know what?
I feel like I'd rather have Sarr than Pickford, personally.
Sorry?
Depending on who, I'd rather have Jose Sarr, for Wolves.
Yeah. Well, under Dyche could be the resurgence of the insane defense. Tarkowski, Coleman, the resurgence of Coleman. I never thought I'd see the day that Coleman is now coming back into Premier League FPL teams. I thought those days were gone, but he's back. He's back with a vengeance.
Yeah, well, Everton have got like a really cheap youngster, Patterson. I think he's like 4 million.
Yeah.
And it looked like he'd taken the spot for a long time, but I think he got injured, and now Coleman sort of worked his way back in.
Probably likes the experience of Coleman in that team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dyche loves his elder statesman. Trust me.
Well, Dina went to Villa as well, right?
Coleman back in his heyday was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
you know,
sure.
so I mean, he's probably lost few yards of pace, but mentally, you know, I'm sure he can still provide something to that team. Obviously, Dyche thinks he can anyway. Kane double figures versus Chelsea, guaranteed. Terrible move.
See, I don't know what Karma Baby's obsession.
Karma Baby with Kane. He's just trolling the community because they know that 90% of the community that owns Harry Kane has probably taken him out this week.
Yeah.
So there we go. Not me though.
Nunes, I would think.
Of course.
Yeah.
I keep an older Mike KDB.
I think it's a strange one because Gakpo seems like the option.
Oh, illness.
Gakpo seems like the easier bring in, depending on who you have in midfield, for instance.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's how much of the game own, you know, like a Mahrez or a Gundogan or a Grealish, you know, that's an easier sort of move to that sort of player. Because you're not going to get rid of an Arsenal asset for Gakpo this week. But I was fortunate enough that I had like Mahrez, so it was kind of like a straight swap. But I don't know how much of the game or how many people's teams are set up. But they've got like
that City game away at Bournemouth. I can see him scoring 6 goals.
I think you're mad. Bournemouth, they're not that bad.
Okay. They're not that bad. Where are they in the league?
They're going to lose.
Where are they in the league, Steve?
And ironically,
they're not that bad. They're only 17th.
Aren't that great. They don't score many goals.
They've won 5 games this season, Bournemouth.
Yeah. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute Bournemouth are winning. What I'm saying is that it ain't going to be a 6, 7, 8-0.
They've got a goal against Wolves, and suddenly they're going to be the next.
I almost feel like when Man City play one of these sort of bottom 6 teams, it's not about how Bournemouth play; it's about how Man City play.
Well, it's about
if Man City turn it on, it can be 4-5, 6-0. If Man City play poor, it's 1-1, like they did against Nottingham Forest.
It's going to be Bournemouth behind the ball. That's what it's going to be.
It's just whether Man City are on top form, and if they're on top form, they're scary and they can win 4 or 5-0. But if they have a game like they did against Forest, then they can win 1-0.
Previous meeting, Roman Jarvis in the chat says in the game at the Etihad earlier this season, City won 4-0.
Yeah, at the start. No. Right, it's at the start of the season, the 13th of August.
Yeah, okay.
Fast forward to the 25th of February.
You like your past meetings, Steve-O. Don't come that with me.
Again, yeah, but the history suggesting a 2-3-1 win to Man City.
I don't know. I think Steve-O just likes to talk about
if this was at the Etihad, you're right.
He's got a narrative. Steve-O's not got any Man City players, so therefore we're going to shit on City.
It's no. It's got nothing to do with that. It's the simple fact that Bournemouth at home are no mugs.
Okay.
The last 3 losses at home.
I'll be counting my Kevin De Bruyne points, Steve-O, come the end of the weekend.
They lost 2-0 to
if he plays.
Crystal Palace. They lost 3-2 to Tottenham, and they lost 1-0 to Southampton.
Well, so far the poll is going strong. We've got 44 votes. Keep voting, guys. 6 minutes into the poll. Who are you captaining in this game week? It's neck and neck. Salah, 42%. Saka, 42%. Trent, 4%. 11% say other. Wow. Neck and neck, Steve-O. Are you surprised?
Not really, no. It's form. Always go with form.
Interesting. Well, in that case, Saka has got to be the one then.
Yes, exactly. Are you captain in then?
I reckon Jason's got Salah, Tarkowski, and Pickford. I think he would keep Kane. Harry Kane's a very, very, very good differential this week against but Chelsea is they're solid at the back. They're solid at the back.
Just read. This is genius. Alex Follow, if you're listening, I hope you are. This is Alex Follow's thread on Twitter about reasons why you need to avoid having Salah in your team this week. A thread. So reasons why you should avoid Salah in your team. This is the thread. I triple captained him. Spelt wrong, but I triple captained him. Thanks for reading this thread. I hope you found it useful. If so, please give it a like and a share. That is fantastic.
There we go.
Did you, Jason, did you see on Thursday that Rashford limped off? I don't know how serious it is, but it looked like he was limping.
Well, from an FPL point of view, he's not playing this week from an FPL point of view, but from a Man United point of view, cup final, very concerning. I want to see Rashford start against Newcastle in the cup final. However, I think it's precautionary. Knowing Rashford, I don't think much is going to keep him from playing in the cup final. He may even play at 75% with a slight knock. He'll still look to start the game and get subbed. I just think that he'll be chomping at the bit to play in that game. I think he'll start personally. I think it's all a bit something out of nothing. I mean, he seemed okay when he came off. He kind of looked to kind of gesture to Erik ten Hag that he was okay. So we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
I think for me, what's going to be interesting now is that I've made these moves, and I feel like a few people may have made similar moves. You know, where they've got rid of Man United assets. What happens in game weeks like 27 when we're like, oh shit, do we need to get
everyone's going to be back on Man United again?
Do we need to just move all our Liverpool assets back into Man United assets again?
Well, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would rather have 3 Man United assets than 3 Liverpool assets.
I mean, that's fair enough on current form. But again, if let's say that Liverpool have an amazing double game week here and win 3 or 4-0 on a couple of occasions, then maybe our thinking changes again.
Well, diversity is everything, right? But again, you've got to play the fixtures as well, and you know, there's going to be more opportunities for doubles and stuff down the road, and you've got, you know, I think at the moment I think that the average FPL manager is quite spoilt for choice in terms of their teams, because we've not got the boring premiums that we have to pick and we have to stick with. We can actually go through the 8 million mids. We can start, you know, considering Man United again after so many seasons of just writing them off. We can actually say, actually, I really want Man United players on my team. I really want Newcastle players on my team. You know, I really want Aston Villa players on my team. You know, there's some great performing teams. Brighton, for example, you know, who no one thought that, you know, people would be getting 2-3 for Brighton in, but people are bringing in 2 Brighton. Even Leicester, I would say, Maddison. There's a lot of choice now. There's a lot of choice when it comes to FPL managers that they're looking to try and have one up on their rivals. Steve.
Yeah. It's kind of strange because at the start of the season, I thought, you know, when Haaland was banging just every single week, I thought this is really killing the game for me. But with like other premiums that have been doing well in previous seasons, we're talking like Salah, Trent, Cancelo, etc. When you take those out of the fold, it gives you a lot more budget to spread around your team. So you find that you're just having more diverse teams, and like say, end up with triple Brighton or double Newcastle, etc.
Yeah.
And I think it's just become more interested in the past 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks.
Absolutely.
And I'm not doing very well this year compared to other years, but it's one of it's got to a point in the season where I'm enjoying it more.
And I do see Chelsea being a powerhouse at some point, and I don't know if it'll be this towards the end of the season or some point sooner. I think these Chelsea players will start to really kick on and gel at some point. And we've got some bargains in that Chelsea team that could definitely be, you know, as long as they're nailed. And you know, I know people are bringing in João Felix, you know, Badiashile and Mudryk, and you know, as soon as these like players start to forge a starting position in the team and start banging in goals, you know, people are going to be bringing in at least one Chelsea asset as well.
What might help Chelsea is if they don't get European football this season. Like it's going to be, they're going to be pushing for it. Don't get me wrong, but
well, no,
we all know
I
what
don't
it's
think
like
that
when.
won't help Chelsea. The amount of money they spent, they could probably do with the revenue. To be fair.
Yeah. But just in general, like we all know what it's like to not have to play as a team like Wednesday, Saturday, etc. When the Champions League's on, or Thursday, Sunday if you play the Europa League.
I'm inclined to agree with Mark Goldbridge. Like we beat Barcelona now in the Europa. If we get knocked out of the Europa now against Real Betis, I'm not going to cry about it because it's just more rest for our players.
Yeah.
Having to go travel around on a Thursday ahead of a weekend, it's not great. And obviously,
as a Man United fan, Jace, if you had the option, if it was like, right, you can play Europa League or you can not be in any European competition, which would you pick?
I think if we had a bigger squad, it'd be an easy decision. I think that I would rather win I'd rather us win the Europa League than than the Carabao, for example, or I
said, the Europa League's not a gimme, right? Like, there's no guarantee you're going to win that.
No, probably face Arsenal in the final.
Yeah, well, I think if I was a supporter of a Big Six team, for example, I think I'd rather not have the Europa League and just focus next season on playing towards the Champions League.
I think Eric just wants to win every game that he.
Yeah.
So his attitude is, these are professional footballers. They're fit. They can play the games, and we can rotate when we need to rotate, and that's his attitude. I just think shit. We're 2 injuries away from being in trouble.
Yeah, well, that's it, right?
2 injuries away from two key injuries to our players, and we're like, I think Bruno Fernandes is gonna at some point collapse, like in terms of exhaustion.
Yeah, he's playing too much, in my opinion.
But again, I mean, I think you always have to pick winning a European trophy over being knocked out. But I mean, all I'm trying to say is if we did get knocked out, it's not the end of the world.
I just mean in terms of qualifying for it. That's what I meant. So would you rather not have European football or qualify for the Europa League?
No, I think I'd rather qualify.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's fair enough.
I think it's just the whole the miracle of turning around games with a small squad. That's the only concern I've got. But anyway, we are now coming up to 13 minutes, Steve-O, until the deadline. Have you got any changes to make to your team, Steve-O?
No, I'm kind of doing them as I'm.
Oh, you're doing some moves. Oh, he's bringing Kevin De Bruyne back in, chat.
Just coming back to Chelsea, I watch quite a lot of French football, and Monaco, I do. I wouldn't say I support them, but I follow them, and they've got some fantastic players. And I saw Badiashile when he was first coming up, and I felt like he was due a big move, and he's a really, really good player. I think he could be the future of Chelsea's centre-back partnership. So again, like they said, this is just speaking from experience from like watching him play for Monaco, etc. And I think he's really talented. And when you watch him play out from the back. He's not one of these sideways passers. He'll pass into midfield, etc., break the lines. And I think it was a really smart buy from Chelsea. And I think he may go on to be one of Chelsea's very good centre backs for the next 6-7 years. So
free hit
I think
activated, says Iron Blue in the chat. Oh, interesting to people hitting their free hit in there now. I mean, I don't know if it is the best week to be free hitting.
It depends what the person's team is originally.
I mean, most people have got 7 or 8 players, right?
Yeah, but if you take, I know Lewis Kirkby's free hit. He's got a full 11. 8 or 9 of them are double game weekers. I think it's a good time to maybe take advantage. A few different
XTYA. I'm not sure if they're trolling or not. They're saying they've taken a -32.
Yeah, I think they're trolling.
So I've just helped my friend build a free hit team. I can show you that if you want it and see what you think.
Please do, yeah. Go for it. Yeah. We got
10
minutes. 10 minutes.
We're chilling out. Right, the poll at the moment is who are you captain this game week? Salah leading the poll now, 46%.
Well, that's
Saka's 42%.
Actually. How many double game weekers have people got?
How many double game weekers have you got? That's the next question. So Salah wins that poll. Alex follows in the chat.
People doing -4. That's a fact. And
okay,
Salah's captained.
how many double game week players do you have this week?
How many have you got, Jace?
You're always fishing at you, Steve. Always fishing for information.
Yeah, I'm just fascinated.
I've posted that team, by the way.
The options, more than 4 or less than 4? What should I do? What should I do?
No. Just
what?
Because the average will be 6. So 6, 7, or 8.
All right, I'll put 2, 4, 6, yeah? 2, 4, 6 plus. No, 2, 4. Oh, my God. There's not many options. I can't do it. So what are the options going to be, Steve-O?
I just said 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8 plus.
6, 7, 8. 8 plus. Right, okay, whatever. What about people that don't have 6, that have less than 6?
I think most people are going to have triple Arsenal already, right?
Then they're not taking FPL seriously, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah. This is a serious channel about FPL only. So.
Yeah, you have to be elite. I got 6 doublers only for -4. Says, okay, you were trolling then. Vigard, Halo to you, 6, 7, 7, 6 Salah, 3 Arsenal, 2 Everton. Says FPL Josh, did a -12 and don't regret it, says John Hayes. Do you count Pasterson? Yes. Neil, Jason needs to get Steve-O's boulder throwing. Get on Steve-O's boulder throwing program. Wow. Do you throw boulders, Steve?
Boulder throwing.
Yeah.
I could have thrown a cage today. I would have happily done that.
This is the free hit team. Is that right?
Yeah, this is my friend's free hit team that I was helping to build. So
friend's free hit team. So Sarr goal, Coleman, Semedo, Walker. Why Walker on a free hit?
I still think that when I was looking at the options, basically who to come in, etc. I think Man City can keep a clean sheet in that game. And there's not really many like double game week options I'm looking at defender wise, because like the Liverpool and Arsenal have got all their players in the attack.
Okay, Steve-O, what's your thoughts?
Sarr, good pick. Coleman, yeah. Semedo, yeah, guaranteed starter. Martinelli though.
Yeah, so this was the slot that I had. So I had Grealish in for Martinelli and White in for Walker. But I don't know.
Could you not spread it to Gabriel or something, or even Zinchenko?
Yeah, so then who do I replace Martinelli with?
Well, sack off Nketiah. Could you not sack off Nketiah and upgrade Martinelli to... Oh, you've already got Saka, sorry.
Yes, I'd
have Odegaard and Saka and Nketiah somehow if I was doing a free hit. That's what I would do.
I don't think I can look past Nketiah just because while Jesus is out, he's guaranteed starting.
Yeah. No. The 3 Arsenal I would go with would be Odegaard, Saka and Nketiah. Is there any way... What would you be left with in defence if you were to change Martinelli to Odegaard and take Walker out?
Well, again, that's complete. Like, I think I've got 5 million, 5.2. Let me just double check.
All right, so you've literally got nothing.
Yes, 5.2 if Walker was to come out.
You're scraping the barrel massively.
Yeah, well, this is another thing. Like, Walker's one of them where I'm like,
this is why I don't think it's an optimal week to free hit, man.
Well, this in her team, she has like the triple Man United, so she will get that back. She wants to keep it. Nice.
Yeah, she wants to keep the team value. Mikalenko, 4.3. Would you be able to get him? Double up?
Do I want to? I don't know how I feel about double Everton defence.
Why not? Some people are going Pickford, Tarkowski.
Yeah, some people have got bigger plums than I have. But I mean,
last 2 fixtures at home ended 1-0.
They're
6 minutes, everybody.
Oh, I don't care.
It's a difficult one. Like, I'm open to suggestions. Like, Walker's not nailed on there.
2 bites of the cherry instead of just the one. You know, Steve-O thinks that Bournemouth are going to put up a fight against Man City. Just saying.
But I mean, if the game ends 1-0 to Man City, that's fine. That's fine to have Walker, right?
But you got 2 bites with say you brought in Mikalenko. You've got probably.
Well, let's say there's a decent chance that Everton concede in both of those games, right?
Yes.
So is a Walker more than likely clean sheet better than a Mikalenko 2-pointer?
But this is you can't. I'm not comparing them like for like. This is also taking into account that you'd be upgrading Martinelli to Odegaard, right?
The debate is that an upgrade? I know you're probably going to say it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because he's going to be playing both games, majority, if not all 90 minutes of the games, whereas Trossard's going to come on and it's going to take minutes away from Martinelli.
No, I can understand that. I'm just trying to weigh up.
So it's way, yeah, like you said, it's weighing up the benefit of each. Like I would always prefer a premium or an upgrade in my midfield than necessarily like something that may only give me 4 points more in defense. Like I'd think like Walker, he's not going to get you an attack in return. Very unlikely. Clean sheet, 6 points. Probably not going to get a bonus. Walker doesn't get bonus points. So for me, 6 points. Whereas Mikalenko could get 4 points, 2 points difference. Whereas the benefit of having Odegaard playing both games, you'd imagine 90 minutes both games over Martinelli that might play 2/3 of the time. I don't know. I'm just, and also is the one that's most involved in Arsenal, right? He's the one that makes it the engine. He's the engine in midfield. He's a connective tissue between the midfield and the attack. And I just
got to say I'm 0.1 short of Odegaard.
Oh no!
I was literally just checking it then.
0.1.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, if I move to Mikalenko, that's not an issue then.
What about Nori for Wolves? Oh, you've already got Wolves. You've already got Wolves in.
Yeah, I've already got triple Wolves.
Yeah. I just realised you got triple.
It's a difficult one. I think there's like 3 or 4 decisions that could be made. Swap players round.
Maybe not. Then maybe just don't do it. Then, yeah. If you're priced out of doing those moves, don't do them. Let's keep it as it is. The poll at the moment. How many double game week players do you have this week? 6. It's the popular answer, Steve-O. 40% saying 6 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Most people have got 2 to 3 Arsenal, and they've probably brought in a couple of Liverpool when on the bench. Maybe an Everton asset.
Karma Baby's captain in Odegaard. Tonel says surely go with the higher ceiling player. Yeah. Will Walker play after 90 minutes against RP Leipzig? Says Roman Jarvis. That's a good point. Is Walker nailed? Is Walker nailed? You've only got 3 minutes to sort it out.
No, well, the thing is, like, on my bench, I don't think I posted it on the screenshot, but I've got
3 minutes.
Kufal, Bueno, Downs. So
right. Okay.
I don't mind having a let's say that Kufal plays against Forest. I don't mind.
I think Odegaard should be in that team somehow. But each to their own. No Salah, says Farouk. No Salah. Well, brave. Right, here we go, guys. We are literally 2 minutes away from revealing our teams. Are you nervous, Steve-O?
Like I said, I'm just fascinated to see what you've done. I always am.
Steve-O.
That's what always fascinates me, what you've done. Because then I can win money by betting on it. So.
You have not got a clue. You've not got a clue. I'm just rolling a transfer.
So before Jason reveals it, Steve-O, what is it you're saying that he's done? Just recap that.
Kane and Kevin De Bruyne are out for Salah and Darwin.
Right.
For a -4.
Sensible move then. I don't feel like Jason's done that, but...
You don't think he's done that?
No, I think that's far too sensible for Jason, to be honest.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
I
feel like Kane's going to stay.
Do you think that I'm going to surprise you?
Yeah.
No.
You're not surprising me. I think you might surprise me.
We got 1 minute.
Steve-O's going to be blown away.
I think you've kept Kane. That will be my guess. I think you may have gone for Gakpo as well.
Ooh.
No, because Jason's been slagging him off.
Maybe, yeah, but that could be
Yeah,
reverse. That's reverse
Yeah.
psychology, isn't it?
He's like, okay,
Don't get the
player.
player. Don't get the player I want to have in. Slate him instead.
Yeah. No, but I feel like Gakpo might have come in for you. You have Mahrez, right, Jason?
Did I?
Yes, you had Mahrez. You'll keep
had-
him.
I think Gakpo might have come in for Mahrez and KDB for Salah.
Oh,
That might be my guess.
you are literally never gonna guess what I've done to my team.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
Well, the time is up. The time is now, Jace.
Let's see
Oh, are you ready? Are you ready?
Here we go.
It's just
I'm gonna have to, hold on a minute. Before you do anything, I'm gonna tweak this. Let's tweak this. Okay. Before we start. Let's before we get the drum roll rolling. Before we get the drum roll rolling, Jason is I'm on the wrong Twitter account here. Brilliant.
You know what? This is going to be an anticlimax. You guys,
But if you've done what I think you've done, it's just right, okay.
Yeah. I think that you guys are going to be pretty. You know what? I think you guys are going to rip it into me. To be fair, I think you're gonna take the piss out of my decision making.
Not necessarily.
I do. I think there we go.
Why do you think we'll take the piss?
Because I've brought in.
That's what we do.
Interesting. Brought in some interesting. Yeah.
Once this actually decides to load up, there we are. Thank you.
I reckon he's done
I
Trippier's,
want to
Kane,
see
and
the
Trent.
captaincy on Coleman. That's what I want to see, and I'll take the piss.
Right, you ready for this, Stevo?
Hold on a minute. I'm just clickbaiting. Here we go. I am ready for it.
We're posting it in the team screenshots.
Yeah, please do.
Put yours in the team screenshots, yeah.
Right, let me just put it on the screen first.
We'll do yours first, and then put it in the Discord.
Right, it's in the Discord. There you go.
Here we go. So,
wow.
Okay. What? Oh.
What is that?
That's your team?
Yep.
Kane for Gnotto, Salah out for who?
Not Salah out.
Salah in for who, sorry?
Rashford.
Triple captained Salah.
Yep.
Oh, and Pickford's come in.
Mm-hmm.
For who?
David De Gea.
Robertson in, right?
Robertson's come in.
Oh, Roberts.
Robertson for sure?
Yes.
What the hell have you done? A -12?
Nope, -8.
Right, so what is that -8? Just for my own
right.
brain.
Kane to Gnonto to free up money. Rashford to Salah. Triple captain. Shaw to Robertson. And De Gea to Pickford.
It's ballsy, I like it.
Triple captain, eh?
I don't know how I feel about Pickford, but I like the rest of it.
Wow, he's my Everton cover.
That's hopefully going to make me some money.
That's my team, ladies and gentlemen.
Put it this way, Steve, you'll be getting some good prices on them.
Wow, Robertson. You're not concerned about potentially him being rotated?
Just wait and see, my friend.
For Simicast?
I'm not concerned about nothing.
I'm not a Leeds fan.
I've got yellow, orange.
So KDB
illness flagged in my team.
Yeah.
Does Nonta still start if Bamford starts?
What? No, Nonta's playing, mate. He's one of the best players.
No, I understand that, but does he still start if Bamford starts? Is he on the left? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he plays on the left when Bamford's playing.
Right,
he still plays, yeah. KDB, you'd like to think he's going to play.
Oh.
So anyway,
Southampton at home.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
So it's a yeah.
Have you seen this bench?
I've seen the bench, yeah, full of what do you call it? Brighton
World class, mate.
is what I'm looking at.
World class.
Brighton.
Steve's completely baffled by this team. I can just
He is.
tell.
I'm not baffled by it. It's
He is
just the
surprised.
triple
He
captaincy.
thought I'd got rid of De Bruyne.
Well, if he doesn't play,
Oh, if he doesn't play, then yeah, it's egg on my face. But if he does play, get me some goals, De Bruyne.
How much money have you got left, Jason?
No money. This is 105.2 million.
Right. Did that factor into your decision over some players then? Like, would Robertson have been Trent, for example, if
Correct. Yeah.
if you had the extra money? Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Steve, are
Yeah,
you happy seeing that team? Are you confident?
like I say, it's like Paul E says, your hits always seem to pay off. So that's why I always find it fascinating looking at your teams. Because
Who needs chips, FPL Junkie? I didn't give a crap about chips.
well, certainly the form suggests that Leeds can win, but they're rubbish at home. Like they're really bad at home.
Steve-O is 5 million, all right? He means to an end.
Yes, he's 5 million, but
He's enabled me to get.
I personally would rather have done.
That's why I'm ahead of you, because you do things differently to me.
Yeah, I'd rather have done the Kane to
The boring
Darwin.
stuff. Yeah, the boring.
and
Yeah.
the-
The Darwin that can't hit a barn door. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
He's in form at the moment.
He played one game and he got a goal.
He scored against the other week, didn't he? Against Newcastle.
Let's have a look. Darwin.
He's confident. He's
He's
playing well at
confident.
the
You're
moment.
just a fan of Darwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might be time to see Steve's team.
Yeah, Steve-O, we post your team, please, in the team screenshots, please.
I can't be bothered.
Go on.
Well, the good news is
Yeah.
that,
This is the thing is, don't get copying my team now, Steve-O.
He's on William Hill putting bets on.
Come on. Let's see your team.
Doing the old William Hill here. Where am I doing it? Team screenshots.
Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah.
In a 3, a 2, a 1. There we are. There we go.
Kepa in goal. Oh god, he's got his phone on dark mode.
Yes.
Kepa, Gabriel, Mirkolenko. Oh my god, you've got confidence in Sean Dyche's defence.
Have you taken a -30 or something? What's going on?
What have you
No,
done
I've
to your
hit
team?
my wild card because I had
Oh,
to.
wild card, right? That makes sense then.
Whoa!
I've hit my wild card because I had to.
You have made a mess. Okay.
The reason why is my team was an absolute mess.
And you think that's much?
especially
And you
for
think
the
that's better
upcoming-
going forward?
Sorry?
Are you confident with that team going forward for the rest of the season? I'm not.
Yeah, because I've done my my planning,
Yeah.
and when it comes to
Buemo and
yes, he's got a double
Perraud.
game week in a couple of weeks' time.
Perraud,
And I'm gonna be bringing in X, Y, and Z for
Ollie
that, but it doesn't really matter.
Watkins. Oh my God, Ollie Watkins. He's the only.
in goal scoring form.
Yeah,
at the moment. Yes, that
okay,
Ollie Watkins,
yeah,
yes, and an
but it's still
attacking,
Aston Villa. It's still
Aston Villa team,
Aston
yes.
Villa.
Yes. I'm actually quite happy with this team
Well,
moving forward.
I'm gonna save this because I think you've made a big mistake.
Fine, if that's what you think. It needed to be done. My team was an absolute pile of shite.
That looks like I agree. That looks like a free hit team. That is not a wildcard team. You've wasted a chip. You should have free hit.
Well, I can't reveal it to you here because you're just going to copy my plans anyway. Like
Mate, I don't need to copy your plans. If that's your team, I am not copying your plans.
Moving forward, it looks in decent shape. I think the game against United is going to be really high scoring as well at Anfield. That's why I'm happy with.
It looks a decent shape. Okay, let me just run it through. Gakpo, not convincing. Trent Alexander-Arnold, suspicious at the back. We've got Salah, who's again.
Trent Alexander-Arnold's been performing very, very well. For
in the
Liverpool.
last 2 or 3 weeks, 3 game weeks, a couple of game weeks.
Yeah, form. That's what you want. Form.
I wouldn't say that he's back in form just yet. You've got double.
What's Robertson done then? Nothing.
Robertson, he got an assist, didn't he, the other day?
But there's no difference between Robertson and Trent at the
There is. It's like 0.7 million.
All right, money-wise. I'm talking like just in general.
Money-wise is big for you because you haven't got team value. And you're throwing a lot of team value into players that are not performing and you're giving you value for money. But at the end of the day, as a rival, I love what you've done to your team because I think you've disassembled it and you've probably lost a bit of team value in the process of doing it.
But moving forward, my team is actually looking in decent shape.
Is it though?
The blanks and the double game weeks. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm not worried.
I have no interest in Newcastle anymore. Their form has gone down the pan. City, I literally couldn't give a shit about. These teams, the Arsenal title contenders. I've got a guaranteed starter in Gabriel in defence. I've got the captain in Odegaard. I've got Saka, who's in form at the moment, in form of his life at the moment. Salah had to do for the coverage of what most people are going with double gaming. Gakpo is
you're just a sheep with a Gakpo. Let's be honest.
A bit of fun.
Yeah. Well, this was not the week to wildcard.
For my team, it was. My team was awful.
No, free hit into that maybe, but not wildcard.
My free hit's going to be used later down the line.
So how much value have you lost by doing those moves?
I've lost no value.
You would have lost value. You had likes of Shaw, didn't you? Who did you have in your team?
I had
before?
Shaw, yeah.
You had Harry Kane. You had Mahrez.
Harry Kane, I couldn't give a stuff about. I jinxed him, so he's gonna probably get.
So what were your moves? What were your moves?
Gabriel out for.
No, you've still got. So you got
Trippier out for Trent. Bueno out for Perraud. Tarkowski.
Well, Trippier's lost you a lot of value. I know that much. That's why I didn't get rid of Trippier.
I don't need him in my team anymore.
You've probably lost over $1 million in value. I'm being serious.
Well, no, I probably have. But the point being is that I don't need these players in my team anymore because they're not performing like they should be.
Trippier, you got him at 5 million?
Probably, yeah. 5.1, something like that, yeah.
That's a bargain. He's one of the highest. He's one of the highest performing.
I'm not interested in Newcastle anymore.
He's on set pieces. He's attacking.
Newcastle can't score. Newcastle can't score anymore. All they've done is they've been building up and up all season, and then their last several fixtures they have been pants. They've dropped down to 5th. They're going to be playing their their cup final against Man United, and it's just going to be the curse of the Carabao Cup.
I am so happy you've done this, Stevo. Like I'm genuinely happy because you've done 2 things right now. You've done 2 things. You've captained Saka, which is great from a point of view that we've got different captains, but you have played into a free hit team that you've seen on Fantasy Football Scout.
Again, but I've done I've literally spent half an hour planning the transfers and everything up next. I'm looking at the fixture and I'm going,
half an hour
with the fixtures that these particular players have.
Steve, if you would have done a free hit, how much different would it have been to this team that you've got here?
If I'd have done, but I don't want to play the free hit until the blank.
No, I totally understand that. But what I mean is
forwarding to game week 34 plus.
So take me through your mental mindset because you were saying no. You were saying taking a -4, -8. That wasn't good enough.
No. I hit the wild card on Sunday. I did it on Sunday.
Right.
I did the wild card on Sunday because I looked at the team and I thought, the team is terrible. It's absolutely pants.
So players you got out, Luke Shaw, Mahrez.
Steve, do you have a picture of your previous team so we can compare? That might help.
No, I won't be able to bring it up because the game's updating, isn't it?
I just didn't know if you had a picture from beforehand or not.
Like somebody said in chat, someone said in chat, to be fair, you are trying to chase and you're trying to do something different. From a point of view, you are trying to do something different. You are definitely doing something different. You are behind, you're chasing, you're captaining Saka. I can see why you've done that. I don't know. I just think there's Gakpo. I mean, could definitely come through for you.
That's an exciting pick for my point.
Yeah, it's a differential. Watkins, he's the best player in that Villa, but like Karma Baby says, is there better options right now? I know you've gone Buemo.
But Aston Villa score goals. They score goals. It's as simple as it gets. They're at home to Crystal Palace, who are absolutely wank away from home.
Okay.
And it's going to be a high-scoring game. They play in the blank. They've then got West Ham away, who are absolutely pants. Watkins is performing.
So you're happy to go with 3 Liverpool beyond game week 25?
Beyond game week 25?
No, beyond this week. You're happy with 3 Liverpool in your team? Okay.
Liverpool at home to Man United has got.
They're not just. It's not just 3 Liverpool. It's a lot of money in Gakpo, Salah, and Alexander-Arnold.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying. The
Do you
players
like
I've
the
got
fixtures?
rid of, I have no faith in anymore.
You've got faith in Liverpool?
Yes.
You've just been smashed 5-2 at Anfield
by Real Madrid.
Yeah, who are
one of the best teams on the planet at the moment.
They're okay. They're okay, but then I would say that
Real Madrid are one of the best teams on the planet at the moment.
Liverpool have been shocking this season.
So why have you brought their players in there?
I brought in maximum 2. I wouldn't go 3.
And then you triple captain Salah.
I wouldn't go 3. I wouldn't go 3.
The past 3 weeks.
I wouldn't go 3. I wouldn't go 3 Liverpool. I would go 2.
No,
two's enough.
But you'll happily triple captain Salah, who you've been slagging off.
I thought I'd do for the lols. I did it for the lols.
I mean,
Karma Baby's not happy with you, Steve. You said you're going to break Watkins.
Well, yeah, but I break I'm shit at fantasy football anyway. So, of course I broke. It doesn't matter who I bring in, I jinx anyway. If it's a...
Have you done this wild card in the view of game at 28 then? Yeah? You just looked at game at 28 and thought, I need to have as many players as possible game at 28.
No, I was looking at this specific double game week and thinking, I think it's not too bad to be looking at, considering how many people are going to be taking hits. I didn't have enough players in my team to get in the Liverpool players because I wanted to triple up on Liverpool. I wanted to triple up on Liverpool.
So when are you planning on using your free hit? I'm assuming you've got a game week for that.
In the 30s in the game week, whatever bloody week it would be approved. It may even be game week 20, the Brentford and Brighton.
Have you still got bench boost left by any chance, Steve?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna ask a question to the community now, and this is going to be, and I know that a lot of the community likes the underdog, but I need to be subjective now. I'm going to bring my team up next to your team. I'm going to ask the community which team would you prefer to have going into this game week and beyond? Most importantly, quickly, how many double game weeks players do you have this week? 7 players was the winner. 36% of the community coming back there. So let's just see what the community say. That the knowledge within the community. My team versus Steve-O's team. What team would you prefer to have?
Well, then we're going to look at
this game
Man
week
City
and beyond.
You've got the Man City players
and beyond. That's the key one. Which team would have this game week and beyond? Let's see if the knowledge in the crowd.
I think that's kind of an unfair question, really. Just because
it's actually a fair question.
But look at it this way, because I understand what he's saying, but he's not going to be using that team for the next 13 weeks. He's going to be making transfers. I don't think you can look at that team and be like, this team is going to have in
I've
team
looked-
game week 38.
I've looked at this,
Seriously, no.
and I've done the planning, and I've gone right. I've got my
You
two
don't rate Brighton at all. I'm surprised you didn't get any Brighton in on a wild card.
But Brighton aren't playing this week.
Doesn't matter. Neither are Brentford.
And then in
Neither Man
game
United.
week 26, Brighton are at home to West Ham. What, you think they're going to turn over West Ham? It ain't happening.
Dude, you are blinkered, man. You are so blinkered. Have you watched Brighton this season?
By game week,
Have you watched Brighton?
The team that lost to Fulham.
They were unlucky in that game. They were
Of course.
They were.
Yeah,
they were
unlucky
actually.
in that game.
They were.
I'm not suggesting for 1 minute Brighton are
They're
bad,
a good
but
team.
I
They
can
play
do
very,
transfers
very
as
good football.
matches
They play
success.
much better than Aston Villa.
What, I've got one player, Watkins.
I'm just giving an example. I like Matoma is better. Matoma's better than Gakpo, but obviously he's playing double game this week, so I understand we've got him. But I'm looking at your team and I'm thinking, yeah, it's pretty average. Nothing insane. You've set your wild card up but I just see you spending. I just see you spending points.
But I don't need to spend points. Because like I said, I've got the
When it backfires on you.
in hand. When
it backfires
21,
on you, this is going to come back. Like this wild card, I in a way I hope it works out for you, but I just think that it ain't going to work out for you. I'm being blatantly honest. I'm being honest. I don't like the wild card.
Why are you saying that
I just think I think your timing of the wild card. You said to me, I like to save my chips to the end later in the season, and I just think that now the wild card for you
to set me up for this double game week,
which is
forward into the next,
which
game
you
week.
had a lot of players already.
You
had already had players for this double game week. You could have literally navigated it by taking a -4, -8. You had Arsenal. You had Arsenal players.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't. I had Odegaard,
Martinelli,
who's a waste of space.
But it's still, it's you watch your score now.
Who's a waste of space. I can't even think, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's like the one thing that I always moan about is people being all sheepy and samey. And the one thing you've done is you've done something different, and I didn't expect you to wild card, and you've done something which you think is right. And at the end of the day, I always say to people, if you've done something you think's right, then bloody good on you. But at the same time, I'm giving you my honest feelings, and I'm surprised you did that. I am surprised
but
you
it
did that.
needed to be done. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it needed to be done.
It did need to be done.
It didn't need to be done. You could have done something. You could have.
Can I go back? I don't think I can. Damn, you've got to go on the points.
You've brought in Watkins this week. Who's he against?
We're against Everton, yeah. But I'm not thinking about this particular game.
You said you were. You said the whole point of this wild card was this.
I said that for the future, while he's got the blank coming up, and he's got teams that he can score against. That's why I'm happy. This week, he scores against.
My mind is blown. Like I am genuinely shocked at what you've done. I literally was not expecting that. You've done a me. You've done a me times 10. Like
the team was in such a sour, a genuine. In a poor situation where it's like, well, I'm going to be so far behind with the double game week players that because the moves that I was going to do was Kane and Mahrez out for
Jace
Salah
is scared of that team from Steve-O, says HL.
What was that? Sorry?
HL saying that Jace is scared of that team. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm acting like I'm acting, because I'm scared of that team.
I was going to do Salah in for Mahrez and Darwin in for Kane. That was just going to be the -4, but that would have left me with...
I don't. Sorry, Dilkington. I'm not being. Maybe I am coming across as being negative, but Steve-O would only say the same thing. He has in the past given me his candid, frank feedback on. He said, "Oh, I think you've made a mistake," and he's not been afraid to say that to me in the past. I feel that he's made a mistake in wildcard this week. I'm going to say it to him. I'm not being negative. I'm just giving my opinion. And
But I don't understand why you think I've made a mistake when my team was awful.
it wasn't awful.
Who in my
You
team
go for your
was
team.
good enough for
Like,
this specific game week?
I think that your team could have been sorted with a -4, -8. Because you would have had how many transfers? You would have 2 free transfers, right? You rolled a transfer the previous week.
I would have had one.
I thought you rolled the transfer last week.
No, I would have only have had one.
I don't know, man. I'm just
because I had João Felix in.
that's okay. Well, let's see what happens. That's what happens. I mean,
Obviously,
it's very easy to say I've made the right decision or you've made the wrong decision right now. But truth be told, it could end up being a pile of shit and you regretting it and doing a lot of members videos being angry about how your luck has not gone your way.
I'll do members videos about my luck because
you'll do a video saying this is why I play FPL because I make my own decisions and I stick with them.
These players are in form at the moment. The teams within reason are in form at the moment. The players I've got rid of.
I wouldn't say that Liverpool are in form, even though I know I've triple captained Salah. I know, and that's a hypocritical thing to state, but that I've just gone balls to the walls on that one. I've just YOLO'd it, and that's because I've brought him in for a -4. I've thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna triple captain him. But Liverpool for me, they're not exactly setting the world on fire. But fixtures, Liverpool. I mean, Crystal Palace away. You said it yourself actually earlier on the stream. That's not going to be easy. That's not a walk in the park. Crystal Palace away and Wolves at home. So, will people rue having 3 Liverpool in? I don't know. With the money that you spend in having those 3, Liverpool, Gakpo, Salah, and Trent. I mean, could you have potentially have got alternatives in instead? I don't think this week's great. I don't think this is a great, massive double game week. I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be insanely high scoring. So I mean, for me, if you wildcard, you send.
That meant you went triple captain Salah then.
Well, I've done it because I've brought him in on a -8, and I've just thought, screw it, I'm just going to go for it. I don't value the triple captain as much as you probably, for me, the triple captain is.
But you're the guy that came out and said, and always says, triple captain the player that no one captains, and you've captained the player that's going to be the most popular captain.
Yeah, I'll take that one on the chin. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Does Salah do well this week?
Like I thought
Probably,
that I did something pretty different this week, but you've topped it with what you've done.
It's because I did all this research doing this team. I looked into the history. I looked into the team moving forward, the players that I'd have.
I'm not going to call him a shit. He's definitely not a sheep, Nick. But I mean, yeah, I just think the timing of the wild card is. But I mean, again, I can't tell what's going to happen. I mean, if you're going to be happy going forward with double with Tarkowski, Mikalenko in your team, Ollie Watkins in your team.
They're going to be rotated.
What? Well, obviously, Rashford's going to come in.
Which are my 2 premium team players. And then I can play one of them against Nottingham Forest, where there's a chance they'll keep it. There's a small chance they'll keep it.
And then Rashford will come in.
And then the following week, I'll be able to play one of them against Brentford. Again, Everton at home. They're no mugs. But then I've got Perraud of Southampton, so I could play him for the double game week in... what do you call it? Game week 27.
Where did you hear about Perraud?
Oh, I just looked at the teams that were playing in the double in game week 27. I thought Southampton, who's the cheapest player I can get, and he's one of the highest scoring players for Southampton.
Well,
he's got 2 goals, 2 assists. It's ridiculous. So I thought he's a complete punt.
This week's going to be interesting. This week's going to be interesting because we've got different captain and we've got how many differentials now in our team. So Odegaard I don't have, Gakpo I don't have, Watkins I don't have, Tarkowski I don't have, Mikalenko I don't have. Alex, wow, it's literally almost like 9 players.
Yes.
It's 9 players difference. This is brilliant. This is brilliant.
I think the controversy comes down to the fact that this is a wildcard team rather than a free hit team, right? That's where the controversy is. Because if Steve Erd said this was my free hit team, I don't think anybody can gripe at the players that he's got in.
No. If Steve had done this on a free hit, I would be like, fair enough. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm telling you now, I'd rather have Liverpool players at home to Man United than Man City players at home to Newcastle.
Really?
Yeah. You think
I guess that's just the difference. That's just the difference of opinion, right? I think I would side with Man City, and you would side in with Liverpool.
United's defense right now, like I said at the beginning of the stream, Varane and Martinez with Casemiro ahead
at home.
I think the thing that concerns me about this team, Steve, is the defense. Everything else, I'm kind of like, I don't mind. I think it's the transfers you're going to be making going forward is where it's going to either bite you on the arse or turn out really, really well.
But I've already done the planning in the thing.
No, I totally understand that, but we all know that planning 3 or 4 weeks in advance doesn't always work like that.
But if, for instance, what's his face? Brilliant. If what's his face decides to come in and Bueno starts tonight. If they decide to put up the brick wall like they have been Everton,
wow,
and I get that clean sheet this week, that's the double Everton defence coming through. I mean, there is a chance that Wolves get a clean sheet tonight, to be honest with you, but at home, Everton Dice has just gone, we're keeping this tight at the moment. And honestly, 0-0, 1-0 against Aston Villa, something like that.
At the moment, Steve-O, shows how much I know about FPL, is the community are saying 65% of the community are saying that you would rather have your team this game week and beyond. So that's basically 65%. So, pretty convincing amount of people. 60 people voted. They'd prefer to
you've got Jordan Pickford in the team.
They'd prefer to have Ollie Watkins over Nketiah. They'd prefer to have Gakpo over Mahrez. They prefer to have Odegaard over De Bruyne, and they prefer to have Alexander-Arnold over Robertson.
Well, actually,
I can understand that.
I've got Salah over Mahrez. That's my big one. Salah's over Mahrez.
Well, I've got Salah.
Steve, moving forward, do you worry about
So I got Salah in. It's like
yeah, but what I'm saying is within my own team personal budget,
right.
I'd rather have the double game week player than Mahrez. There's a small possibility that he could be benched tomorrow.
I think that we're just seeing the underdog, the vote for the underdog here in this poll.
Steve, in your planning, for the next couple of weeks, yes. Does it involve hits at any point?
Potentially by game week 28.
Right. I'm just looking at like I say, I don't mind the rest of the team. The defense is just slightly concerning because it looks like you kind of past this week, you kind of look like you're at a 3-5-2 most weeks. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And then you've obviously got like Mikalenko, Tarkowski, Pereira, who are all like budget. Yeah, you're going to have a bench in it with Wemo most weeks versus Watkins, I would imagine.
Yeah. But I've looked at Buemo and basically he performs better when I look at it here. Of course, it doesn't update because it's bloody not. I've completely forgotten about that. The game's updating, isn't it? Bugger. I looked at it and I think Buemo performs at home.
Yeah.
I think it is. And he'll be part of the double game week, obviously.
I was just thinking, are you going to have a headache? Obviously, because you've got like these 3 defenders. I know you've got your premiums in Gabriel and Alexander-Arnold. Are you going to have a headache with the other 3 being that they're like really budget?
No, because I've looked at their fixtures moving
Come
forward.
on Discord. If anyone wants to talk to Steve about his wild card, please do so. Come on Discord. We're in the live chat now on air.
Moving forward, you've got Everton against Nottingham Forest. Decent chance of a clean sheet there. And then in game week 28, it's Southampton. So Perraud then comes in, by which point I'm going to get rid of one of my premiums for another defender. And it's all coming down to potentially game week 28, I think it is, where I've got my transfers booked in. And then, because like I say, the way Everton are going at the moment, Dyche is just setting them up as a 4-5-1. Don't lose, basically. And admittedly, at home, they are better. But I say I've looked at it and I thought I'm pretty within reason, quietly confident with this team if I stick to the plan. If this week, for example, goes completely tits up.
Are you going to stick to the plan, Steve-O?
Sorry?
Are you going to stick to your plan?
I have to. Yeah, I've got to.
Well,
unless injuries or something like that comes through.
If this week goes tits up, you sticking to your plan?
Well, yeah, I'd have to, but it depends how tits up it goes. If it's like a captaincy fair, it's just well, that's.
Well, I think by playing the wild card over the free hit, you've locked yourself into this plan, whatever you're doing.
Yes.
And if you have a bad game week, you have to just follow through and hope it plans out.
Yeah, precisely.
Because the wild card was your safety net, right? And now that you've used it, you're going to have to just bite down and just crack on with whatever happens.
Like for me, I am shocked, and maybe I was a bit harsh on some of my comments, but I just think that you've thrown away a wild card where you could have really benefited a bit later on in the season.
No, I don't think so. I think this was for me.
In a way, you've gone. I think a part of it is like I'm going to have as many differentials as possible this game week and beyond, and I think by doing that, you've weakened your team.
No. I've looked.
You looked at game week 28.
I want to get double game week players in,
and you've looked at game week 28, and you've been trying to stack as many game week 28 players in as well to this double game week, which is fair enough. But I'm just shocked. I was not expecting you to play wildcard.
But I look at real life as well, in the sense of I'm not particularly blown away by Man City and Newcastle at the moment. Man City are still in a massive title race, and I think we will see Pep playing. I do think he's going to be playing strong teams week in, week out. He's going to have to. And you're going to be looking at less... this could easily bite me now. Less rotation in the attacking positions than we've seen. And I think that the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, he has to play most games. I think Mahrez, he's less at risk of rotation now, I think, because his form. Yeah, Grealish and Foden still going to kind of come in here and there. And Alvarez.
Yeah, I think Alvarez. I think that's where Mahrez and I think you turning around and sort of saying Man City, you're kind of writing off Man City a little bit there. I'm surprised, because I still think they're going to win the league. I still think Man City are going to win the league. I don't think Arsenal win the league. I'm a little bit. Just trying to I'm just trying to kind of process this whole.
I think for me, I can see both sides of what you're saying, and I can understand Steve-O's reasoning behind it and what you're saying, Jace. I think for me, this week I would have opted for a free hit in Steve-O's position, but at the same time, I do understand what he's trying to do wildcard wise. It's maybe just not an option I would have gone for.
We're not bashing Steve-O, we're just giving honest feedback. I mean,
sure, yeah.
You're not bashing him, not saying he's like rubbish or anything like that. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to understand. And I, from a point of view that you're chasing and you're looking from a differential point of view, you've now got almost a full team of completely separate players to me, and that can go one or two ways. You rolled the dice essentially.
Yes.
You really have rolled the dice. You've gone. I mean, Saka, Salah, and Haaland. That's it. Salah, Saka, and Haaland are the only players. Okay, bar Ward, but he's a substitute goalkeeper. You've got that. That's massive. Like, do you know what my biggest worry was? Like, my biggest worry was that you were going to just basically have these chips and save them for later on in the season and literally navigate through like these blanks and double game weeks and have like a wild card to have an incredible bench for one of these double game weeks and then hit your bench boost. But now
this is what I was saying earlier.
Now I'm thinking
players that are going to be playing in those double game weeks.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking, like, the biggest advantage that you had over me is that you would be able to set a 15-strong team quite easily with a wild card. And
you can still do it anyway.
Prior to that week, and then, well, yeah, but you'd be taking hits.
Well, not necessarily.
Well, you're going to start transferring next week onwards, then, aren't you?
Yeah, but we'd all be in the same position anyway.
I'm not quite. I'm not. Okay, I'm just surprised. That's all. I'm just shocked, and I think that people saying I'm being negative. Yeah, I mean, I'm just giving my feedback. I mean, I'm just thinking. This is the beautiful thing about the game is that we don't do things the same. We do things differently. If we did things the same when we agreed, it would be a boring game to play. Everyone would be like, oh, everyone have the same team, everyone captain the same player. Like, the fact that you've done this is exciting from a content point of view because you would be able to literally go into game weeks with a completely different team to me. So yeah, I mean, this is bold, Steve-O. From ballsy. And that's why I'm so shocked because you don't normally do something radical like this. So yeah, I guess that's why.
Yeah, but there were too many players in my team that were just not performing. They were doing nothing. I had to get them gone. There's too many of them.
I think the difference is, right, Steve-O's thinking that these players are not very good for him, and whereas we're looking at his team thinking they're decent players. So maybe that's where like the divide comes in. So I'm looking at Mahrez and thinking, I like Mahrez, where Steve-O's looking at him thinking, nah, I don't rate him now. So I've got 3 or 4 of those players.
I'm not saying I don't rate Mahrez. It's just that.
I just mean like moving forward points wise.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. Right?
Have a double game weeker ahead of Mahrez.
Like, if you think like that about 5 players, then it maybe makes you think, well, now I have to wildcard.
Yeah,
that's probably led you down the path that you're on now.
The likes of Ake, hopeless. Martinelli, hopeless. Kane, a complete waste of space since.
Well, Kane's been
name 3.
Has been ticking over the season, hasn't he?
And this is where it differs, right? Because I think Kane's fine, and I think Martinelli's fine. But you have issues with those players, so now you feel like you have to wildcard, which is completely understandable to why the decision you've come to now.
And then take advantage of this double game week while these teams like. What you think Tottenham are going to back?
Let me ask you a question, Steve. Are you surprised? Are you surprised at my reaction to your wildcard? Yes or no?
Yes, I think it's ridiculous.
Did you think that I would be impressed by it?
No, not really. But I'm surprised how you're making out like I've just completely destroyed a season, and I may as well not even bother be playing the game. That's
no. I'm just surprised. I'm surprised at the timing, and I'm surprised at some of the selections. However, from a point of view where you're looking for different players, to me, you've done a lot in terms of change your team. You've changed your team a lot, and if you're going to wild card, you're going to change your team a lot, right? There's no point wild carding 4 players. So, if I was in your shoes, I would have free hitted if I wasn't happy with my team this week.
But then I'm left with the same sack of shit the following week.
It wasn't a sack of shit. Martinelli is not a sack of shit. Harry Kane is not a sack of shit.
Martinelli has not
Mahrez
done anything
is not a
for
sack of
6
shit.
weeks.
Yeah, he's
Apart from some fluke goal he got the other day.
This is where the disagreement is, and that's why Steve has wildcarded versus our free hit. He doesn't rate the players that we rate, and that's completely fair enough.
Yeah,
I think that's where the controversy is coming in, and that's why he's wildcarded, and that's it. I think it's
You
great.
even got rid of Martinelli.
Like with your two teams, it's probably been stagnant for about 3 or 4 weeks, right? Because they're so similar. And now you're basically like non-differentials against each other. Makes it exciting again.
Yeah. There's from a content point of view and a rivalry point of view, what Steve-O's done is literally thrown petrol on the fire. Like he's literally gone, let's fucking go. Like it's pretty much what he's done. You know what? I know this is going to sound contradictory, but I almost think now I want this to pay off, because so many times you've done something and it's like you've gone with your gut and it's just backfired or something. It would be almost a first for this channel for you to literally be ahead of the curve and be bringing these players in that are going to perform going forward, like not just this week but moving forward. I would actually quite like to eat humble pie in a weird way, because yes, I don't necessarily think it was the right thing to do, but that could be the advantage that you have over me, because I didn't think that was the move to do. Like you didn't think I was going to wildcard when I'd wildcarded. You did not expect that. It shocked you, and it ended up being a great setup for the rest of the weeks following. This could be your version of that. You literally could have set your team up now. And in a weird way, I do want it to kind of work, because if it doesn't, then you're stuck.
If buts and maybes, but if Man City win 1-0 thanks to Bernardo Silva, 1 goal and a Rodri assist, and Everton get a draw against Aston Villa, get a 0-0 against Aston Villa, or 1-0 win as the history suggests, regarding form anyway. If Liverpool were to go apeshit against Crystal Palace and Salah was to do nothing, but it was Gakpo that comes through or something, I don't know.
The fact is you've taken out some rotation risks out of your team as well.
Yes.
Like, you've Ake, Mahrez, rotation risks.
Mahrez, I don't regret selling, but like I said, if Gakpo pays off ahead of him, I'd be very happy.
Yeah. Okay. So, there's a question here that realistically, the only players that can hurt Steve-O's rank are Nketiah, Darwin, and Kane, but many have taken Kane out, so really it's only Nketiah and Darwin, and I don't think Steve-O is worried about them.
Nketiah, what's he done?
I
mean, I'll be putting my 50p's on, no matter what. I'll be putting my money on the players.
Hey Sugar. Nice to see you in the chat. This team confuses me, because if Paul don't get the 28 double and you have no Brighton or Brentford for 27, he's got Bremo.
I've got Bremo, and it's 3 game weeks away where I get to put in players. We are allowed to transfer.
You are going to do a 3 p.m. stream Saturday tomorrow?
I doubt it.
Because
I might do.
Because I want you to stand by your decision on this, and I'll be out walking, and I would love nothing more to hear some good actions.
Again, it depends how I feel.
I don't think he's necessarily. I think destroyed your team is a bit. I think maybe a bit harsh. I don't think he's destroyed his team. I'm just shocked. Like the reaction you've got from me is shock, like genuinely shocked.
I don't know why. I don't know,
because I was not expecting that. No, I was not expecting that. Who thinks Steve-O should do a 3 p.m. stream?
Captain Salah. Again, if it pays off, well done. But I just think
I don't care too much about triple captain. Transfers, sure, but in case you need to remove the Everton defenders for doubles in game week 29, I think Steve-O's probably got plans for his Everton defenders. He's going to rotate them. Yeah, Breno starts tonight. So yeah, you need to do a stream tomorrow, man. You need to cover that because you've done something. So
yeah, but the thing with 3 p.m. kickoffs is that I can't stand doing it for 2 hours. It drives me up the wall.
Get someone else
sat here
come on with you.
bemoaning about how shit the game is. You think I feel more sorry for the fucking audience having to watch it.
Nick says, I feel that you just wing your team every week, Jason, whereas Steve-O plans a bit, which is maybe why you don't like it. There we go. We've solved that. Nice to know we've solved that dilemma then. Nketiah is now guaranteed to score, says Amanda Dillon.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sod your team, Jason. Steve-O is the best. Everyone's hating on me now because I didn't like your wild card. It's fine.
Right, sorry to cut you short, Jason. I'm heading out. I didn't realise you were staying on this long, so I'm just gonna have to shoot off if that's all right.
All good, Max. Thanks for coming on, man. Cheers, dude.
Yeah, no worries. Like I said, best of luck to both of you, and hopefully Steve-O does a stream tomorrow and I'll be tuning in.
Yeah. I hope he does. I hope he does.
Right, take it easy, fellas. Best of luck.
Cheers, Max. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
No problem. Speak to you soon. Bye.
Yeah. When there's a plan in play, I'd like to think that it will come through. But like I say, with my luck, it doesn't matter what I do. Even if I was to do a free hit, this would fail. So
yeah, I'm just like working out. It
was essentially Darwin or Watkins, or Darwin and Salah, or no, Darwin and Buendia, or Gakpo and Watkins. That was what it.
Oh yeah, you made the right decision there.
Kind of my decision. Thought for an Aston Villa.
Do a poll if Steve-O should do it. I don't want to do a poll. I mean, if Steve-O doesn't want to do it, then from a selfish point of view, I want Steve-O to do 3 p.m. because I will be listening in at that time,
yes.
and it's great to hear the scores coming in from you and your reactions to it. And the crowd have gone with you. The crowd, 60% have said that they prefer your team. 87 votes came in. So maybe I have overreacted. Maybe I've been a bit harsh in some of the words I've used, but I just,
it's like
I'd rather be honest instead of being filtered and try to kind of I'm surprised, and what you see is what you get. Unfortunately, it's an interesting team, says Chatsport. I kind of lost for words, Steve-O.
But I don't understand why. I genuinely don't understand why. There's nothing.
Because you've literally just blindsided me. I was like
eight double game week players.
We've caught 8 points up straight away because you've not spent any points.
Yeah, great. But your triple captain Salah then makes that up.
Wow, could it be the turning point now? You with Saka captain, he hauls and Salah gets 9 points this week.
Well, some very good managers of captain Saka, the likes of Lewis Kirkby, John Harris, FPL Maestro, to name 3 of our community. They're very good FPL players, and they've gone against Salah. You've gone with Salah, which a player that you've been slagging off, so now he's going to probably come through.
A lot of love for your 3 p.m. kickoff streams, Steve-O. XYTA saying, I love Steve-O at 3 p.m. He does a great job, to be fair, with how bad the games have been of late, but not all weeks are that bad. I mean, again, I think I'm the same as Steve-O. Like when you're the one listening in, it's a completely different experience.
Yeah. Isn't it ironic that if I'm listening in Like the amount of times that I'm at home and I'm like, I wish someone was streaming now. I don't care who it is. Just someone be. I don't care if it's Fantasy Football Scout. If they're streaming at 3, great, but they don't. I'm just like, oh, it's so painful doing 2.5 hours talking.
Yeah. I can
No,
try. If you do a stream, I can try and come on Discord and chat with you.
Oh, great.
Well, at least you could have
Without
some.
you being able to hear anything. That's just...
Well, no, it would be able to react for you, wouldn't I? I don't know. Have a think about it, Steve. Have a think about it. Clicker says, I want a 3 p.m. tomorrow, but I know Steve-O hates it and are a bit negative in it, so maybe just leave it be. Get some Krispy Kremes.
Forget that.
In McDonald's.
If you could forget that, even more would be KFC, if anything.
Oh, right, you've changed now.
Oh, yeah, I stopped eating McDonald's. I couldn't even tell you when
The last time you did the stream, probably. Because you did the McDonald's stream, didn't you? Remember?
Mate, I can't remember yesterday.
Yeah, anyway.
I can't even remember the podcast I did after.
Get a KFC bargain bucket, and every time that Gakpo scores, fill your face with a chicken wing. No, let's be completely serious now. I respect your decision wholeheartedly.
There's a plan in place.
I respect your decision. I don't want you to think that I was berating you. I was just surprised, shocked, and now I'm coming around to what you've done, and it's interesting. And I wish you luck from a human being point of view, from a friend point of view. I hope it pays off, because if it doesn't pay off, there's going to be a lot of angry words being said on the members channel, and so you'll have to probably get more shadow bans.
Shadow bans, yeah.
Hello, Guna. What about a Discord voice chat channel? Yeah, we've got people in there normally.
A 4-week game plan. Here.
Come on, show it.
A 4-week game plan.
Oh.
The only advantage you've got is the fact you've got the 2 Brentford. You've got a Brighton. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess what I'm surprised about is the amount of differentials we've got now. I was not expecting 8 players difference between us going into this game week, and yeah, I almost, well, I do. I respect your decision. You've not been one to make bold moves necessarily all the time, but you've later regretted it. So I think that you've gone with your gut. You've gone with you actually playing your own game, as G-Wiz would say.
Just Kane to Darwin and Salah to Salah.
Well, what made you do it then? If it wasn't
because I
gut?
looked at the rest of my squad and I'm just like, they're just crap.
Well, you did it early. You did it on Sunday. Was it impulse? Do you regret it?
I don't regret it, no, because like
Okay.
I said, I've got a plan in place, and if I stick to the plan, it may come through. But I'm hedging my bets on what I believe the actual teams will be doing. What the actual teams will be doing. Like I say, I expect the Man United game between you guys and Liverpool to be very, very high scoring, like a 3-2 either way.
Okay. Yeah.
History suggests that, as an example. Man City versus Newcastle, even though it expects it to be like 4 or 5-0 to Man City, not going to be the case.
I see us beating Liverpool. I'm confident that we can do that.
Well, I mean, like I say, the last 2 fixtures you've won 6-1 aggregate score. And that's a friend. That's including a friendly. But prior to that, 3-2 United, 4-2 Liverpool, 5-0 Liverpool, 4-0.
The Liverpool were different Liverpool then. Let's just start winding down the stream. We've been going for 2 hours. Amazingly, I've not had my dinner yet. My wife was serving the dinner up as I was starting the stream, so it's probably stone cold now. I am interested to see how this goes.
So am I.
When you said that you were excited for this stream, I think I know why. Like, it was. How did you think I was going to react? Like, were you thinking that I would just be like, wow, and then like?
No, I knew you'd be shocked, but I wasn't expecting that you fucked up so badly that you've ruined your fucking team to the point of where the world is going to end, and it's like,
and you're going to quit FPL because it's going to go.
1.2 million in the world. I'm absolutely shite at this game, and it's made out as if like I'm 1.1 thousand in the world or something. You know, it's.
No, okay, I get the thought.
I have to attack this double slash next couple of game weeks and into the blanks. And
you are attacking
the team. I'm thinking I've got too many issues with my team.
I'm. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Steve-O is going out on the attack now, and watch out.
Well, FPL Josh has triple captain Salah as well.
He's got no. Don't back Steve-O into the corner. He's got nothing to lose. He's not afraid of using his wild card. I'll be looking forward to sticking it to all of you when my Salah triple captain gets 75 points as FPL Josh.
Well, what do you expect from those two Liverpool games, Wolves and Crystal Palace?
2 goals and an assist.
Sorry, I meant score-wise. Sorry.
Oh, Crystal Palace away. Liverpool to win 2-1.
Yeah.
Wolves at home. Liverpool to win 1-0. 2-0. Because it's at Anfield.
Did you ever think about captaining Saka?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I did.
And why didn't you?
The second game, Everton at home, I think Dyche is going to be really kind of tuning that Everton team into a real defensive unit. 4-5-1, hard to break down, not a lot of space for Saka to get in. I think that it's going to be that if there's goals for Saka, I think it's going to come in the Leicester away game. Whereas I think Salah can score against Crystal Palace and Wolves over the 2 legs a bit more. I think there's a slightly higher ceiling for Salah, even though the form would suggest Saka's on form. So if you're going form, then Saka is potentially a better pick. But I just got this feeling. I've got a gut feeling that Salah's going to do something this week. Steve-O's broken me to this week. I literally, Steve-O is out Jason this week, says Eraser. We may be. He's out Jasoned Jason. I think from the fact that you've done something which has perplexed me. We may be due a new Steve-O on vodka again, says Caged Paps. Mikalenko surely's got Saka in his pocket, says Harry Dawson. Let's hope so. Now Steve-O's captained him. Obi blanks. Saka is outscoring Salah looking at team performance, says Farouk. Yeah, this is it. Are you Saka or are you Salah? There's no bias in our chat, honestly. Right, I'm gonna clear off and get out of here. Steve-O, you blow my mind tonight. And I hope for your sake that you don't regret it. I really do.
Yeah.
You need a bit of good luck, is what you need.
Yes, I do.
You do.
For
you
once,
do.
please.
You need a bit of good luck, and put your bets.
Coming through betting at the moment.
Put your bets on. Put your bets
That's
on.
all it's doing. It's coming through the bets only.
Change your fortunes is due to come. You know, law of averages says it's going to turn around at some point. See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Wow. Fuck. What a stream. Wow. It's fucking mental, that is. Absolutely mental. Yeah, bye. Wave. Wave, Steve-O.
I'm still on air. I'm still on air. Christ.
Yeah. Bye.
Clear off. Hit the end button.
Wow.
Thought I saw you